Hey guys, this is going to be my review of the First Spear Comm Pack. Now, as far as I know, this is the first video review of this pack, and I'll try to make it as thorough as possible, but I'm not going to go into too much detail of what's inside my bag. I'll do that in another video. I'll show you, obviously, just so you get an idea of, what'll fit inside, but, I'll do an EDC pack video separately. Now, the first thing that got me about this pack was just the looks of it. Now, First Spear as a company, they cater their products towards military, law enforcement, just hard use, tactical applications. And there are a lot of other manufacturers who do the same, but unlike some of the other offerings, this particular bag doesn't have MOLLE webbing all over it. It doesn't have, 1,000,001 pouches on the outside that I really wouldn't even use, to be honest. Now, for some of you, you like to carry, tons of stuff with you for your EDC, and that's totally cool. But for my needs, I thought that this was the perfect, sort of simplistic EDC pack. Now, I'll go over the exterior of the pack first and then work my way in. Now, the material that the majority of it is constructed from, I want to guess it's some kind of Cordura or just really durable ripstop material. It doesn't say specifically what it is on their website, but this is some really tough stuff. It's very, very sturdy feeling. It doesn't feel thin, and so far it hasn't pilled at all, fibers pulling up, stuff like that. Very nice looking pack. I've carried this daily for almost a month now, and it still looks brand new. Now, on the bottom of the pack, you've got this nice rubberized material, and this is nice in case you happen to put your bag down, on damp ground or in a small puddle or something. You don't have to worry about water seeping in the bottom of the pack and ruining your belongings. It also has some of that same rubber material up top here. Not really sure what that would be good for, but I guess if it's raining really hard or something, that'll help keep water out as well. And then you also have some of that rubber on the straps here. Now, I read somewhere, I think it was a written review online, someone had suggested this might be for shouldering a rifle, which, I could see that. It makes sense. This rides right on your shoulder where you would put a rifle stock, so maybe that's what it's for, but I don't really know. I don't know, it's kind of a nice little touch to have it there. It does not, it's not open on the top or the bottom where it's attached, it's just stitched on. So it's just kind of there. Now, the straps themselves are really, really nice. I did have one issue with them, which I'll talk about, but it's not a big problem at all. They're attached with this really nice webbing. Not sure, again, what brand or quality level it is, but it feels really, really nice. Again, nothing on this pack feels low quality, and it's not a super cheap pack either. It's $150, American made, very well made pack. Nothing on this feels cheap at all. So yeah, they're stitched into the pack on the inside, and then obviously on the outside as well. And then they just loop through this nice plastic buckle. Then you have the strap portion itself, which is really nice and padded with your standard kind of mesh material on the inside here. That makes it nice, nice and comfortable. Then at the bottom, you've got a nice snap closure here. So I guess if you wanted to just, ditch the pack really quick, get stuck on something, I don't know, if you're using this in a more tactical scenario, or whatever. You have this option. You could put the pack around a tree or something if you're camping. I don't know, but it's there. And then you have this other thinner webbing attaching it to the backpack. And what's nice is they have these loops stitched in here. So if you're wearing the pack and you want to adjust how tight it is on your back, instead of, fiddling around with grabbing this and getting a nice grip on this little piece of webbing, it's got a nice loop here where you can stick your thumb through and really torque the straps down if you want to. Now, the one problem or small issue I've been having is I adjust these top straps, and then after wearing the pack for a little while, they start to loosen up on me. So what I did to remedy that, I just took a safety pin and put it through, where the strap overlaps itself, and then I just cover it with this little sliding elastic band. Now I'm assuming this is for running hydration tubing. If you want to use the hydration area here, which is in the very back of the pack, right here. And it also does come with a polycarbonate back support if you want to use that. I chose to take it out. I don't really like rigid back supports too much. But I have to say the one that comes with this is pretty damn comfortable. It's got a metal strut going up the center of it, so it is very, very rigid and surprisingly comfortable. But again, I just chose to take mine out. But if you want, you can fit a 2-liter hydration pouch in there, and then it has an opening at the top for the tubing to run out, and then obviously run it under these elastic bands. Now the back of it, has this really nice, huge First Spear logo stitched into it, and again, it's the same padded material with the mesh over it that you see on the straps. Nothing too crazy there, but again, doesn't feel cheap or flimsy or anything like that. And then on the sides of the pack, you've got 2 elastic, I guess water bottle holders, but the elastic on them is really tight, and it's kind of hard to fit anything, besides a standard, throwaway water bottle in there. I'll just show you real quick. Give me a second. So, like, if you have a standard bottle, it'll fit in there without a problem. But anything larger than this might be an issue, like if you have a thermos or something like that. But, for a regular size bottle, it'll work just fine. Now, moving on to the pockets. On the front here, you have this thing, they call it a beaver tail. And, it's not unique to First Spear. Other companies use this sort of thing. Let me just throw this off to the side here. But it's a really nice feature because what you can do is you can unbuckle it. You see you have another pocket in here. This pocket actually extends all the way down to the bottom of the pack and all the way up to the top here. Really nice zippers all over the pack. They're YKK brand, the USA made zippers. And really nice deep pocket in here. I believe in here I have some markers actually. I use this for my classes. I'm an industrial design student, so I always have grayscale markers, for when I do renderings and things like that. So I just keep those tucked in there. But yeah, really nice zippers all the way around. Very smooth, very easy to use. They've got these nice fabric strips covering the actual zipper themselves. But yeah, back to the beaver tail. This folds down, and then you've got an opening, again, all the way to the bottom here, with some slightly stretchy material. I wouldn't call it, straight up elastic, but it is nice and stretchy. And you can fit a decent sized jacket in there. You kind of just ball it up, fold it, whatever, and it'll fit in there no problem. And then you can buckle it up, and you can have a jacket with you without having to carry it in your hands, which I hate doing. I don't know why. It shouldn't bother me. Then you've got a pocket in the front of the actual beaver tail here. Don't think I have anything in here, but again, this goes all the way to the bottom and then up into the top of the pack. They really maximize the space in this pack for how relatively small it is overall. And then there's yet another pocket on the side here. Again, takes up the whole inside of the beaver tail. And here I just have a pair of, I believe these are weatherproof brand winter gloves. It gets pretty cold here, so if I need these, they're always in my pack ready to go. And these aren't small gloves either. These are pretty thick, pretty bulky gloves, and they fit in this front flap without any issues at all. It's just kind of hard to manipulate the zippers with one hand. I'll leave it open for now, whatever. Better yet, there we go. Now moving on to the main section of the pack. By the way, I have these Night Eyes S-Beaners on here, just to kind of keep my zippers closed, but these have no problems with coming undone or anything like that. I just use those for extra security, when I'm walking around in the city, things like that. Oh, before I go to the inside of the pack, just real quick, the carry handle here, it's something really unique I haven't seen on any other pack. It's got like these, if I push on it you can see, it's got these like plastic beads or beans in there. It makes for a really, really comfortable handle. It keeps it nice and round. It doesn't dig into your hand at all if you really load up the pack with a lot of weight. Very, very comfortable handle there. And then if we open this up here, you can see the zips down all the way to the, what do you call it, the pockets on the side. It actually goes beyond that, but just barely. That's how, as far down as it goes. But it gives you nice access to the inside of the pack. And here I've got an Maxpedition Micro EDC organizer. I'll talk about that more in my EDC pack video. And then in the bottom I have this Low Pro pack, which is basically a first aid kit. Again, I'll go over that later. But you've got a nice amount of cargo space in here with a couple of mesh pockets, one up top here and then another one right below it. You can't really see it, but in the top one I have a Ultrasil rain pack, or pack cover rather, for when it rains. This is definitely something worth getting for any pack. Just keeps it nice and dry if it's raining, snowing, whatever. Then I've got some pens and pencils I use for sketching and renderings, things like that. Spare cheapo flashlight. Charger for my JetBeam Raptor, which I have in the EDC pack. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail here. Then you've got a little folder section here, which is nice for stray papers, things like that. I have a circle template in here right now. And then you've also got a padded laptop section. This fits a 13-inch MacBook Pro just fine. My brother has one, and I have no problems fitting that in there. It does not really fit my Alienware too well. It's a little snug for that, but it does fit in this main section here, which is nice. But other than that, that's really everything on this pack. As you can see, it's very simple, but a lot of storage space for how small it is. Like, I have room, for extra stuff, even while I have these two decently large packs in here. I have those in there at all times and still room to spare. So definitely an awesome, awesome choice if you want a nice, small, simple EDC pack, but just want something that's really nice quality, really well made, and American made. It's kind of hard to find American made packs. They're not hard, it's just, much more common to find a pack that's made overseas. So that is the First Spear Comm Pack, guys, and as always, thank you for watching. Take care.